Hello, Henry from Belgium here. I recently bought another nice lot with old vintage train sets, including this iconic 725, the first 12 volts train set that I also had when I was a child. I have it complete with a very nice box. I will definitely make an extensive video about that in the future. And I personally like this one a lot. A crane system with base plate and a train track next to it, and also a classic truck. I have the box and manual in a beautiful condition. Unfortunately, quite a few parts are missing at the moment, and I also want to find the stickers, so that will also be for another time when it is complete. The set that I am showing today is set 7817, a smaller set, but still worth showing it to you. I actually think that every set is worth discovering. It always contains slightly different parts, a mechanism that is different, or a play feature that is implemented in a different way, etc. So let's take a look. As always, I like to have a nice box and manual with it. This is the type of box where you just have to slide the lid off the bottom. The lid does have a dent, but otherwise, it still looks okay. And despite the fact that it is only a small set, they always spend enough time on the artwork, cool extra photos, a nice layout, etc. And I can also immediately tell that this set comes from the Grey period. The name of the set is Crane Wagon, dates from 1985. Consists of 147 parts and includes one minifig. The manual is an awkward size when unfolded, but what is nice about this copy is that two different constructions are depicted. So you see a photo of each construction on this side, and on the first page you see all the steps to build the alternative construction. And at the back, you see all the steps to build the basic model. I think that is a serious added value. This way you have double the fun with the set and an extra building experience. I propose that I build both constructions today. I see mostly red and yellow bricks. Also gray and of course black ones for the base. This is a very nice part and one of the most valuable in this set. This is also why the box had to be designed so wide, because otherwise this would not fit in. It is a train base, 6x28, with 10 round holes, and this specific model only occurs in 10 different sets. For good copies without damage and playwear, they ask up to €10 on Bricklink, which is not unrealistic. And these are also very nice and important parts. I see that these have already been built, but it consists of different parts that you have to put together to get two of those wheelbases. Here, it's also important that nothing is broken off and the overall condition is good. The rest are all basic bricks, but I also see some Lego Technic parts. You need these to build a fun element in the set. By unfolding these bricks, you have the idea that you are balancing and securing the crane, and it cannot tip over when you are going to hoist goods, and so a great play feature. Furthermore, some nice finishing with fences, and especially these red cones 1 by 1, is for me a nice change from the usual 1 by 1 round bricks. It has a slightly more modern look, at least for 1985. And that's it for the base. The next thing I'm going to build is the crane cabin. Here's one of my favorite parts from the 70s and 80s, the full-fledged winch. It always pleases me when this is in a set, and especially when the original rope is still on it. I've seen hundreds of these, and I can immediately tell the original from the fake. I can't explain how I see that, it's just like that, and I can feel it too that this is the real thing. A 150 centimeters rope was used here, maybe a bit long, because the distance to hoist is not that high. But that is of course also because you have to bridge twice the length of the arm with this design. Even then the rope is quite long, but I think that is positive, because that offers possibilities for an alternative construction or other builds where you want to hoist in a different way and need a long rope. For the cabin, I have a nice transparent window that I forgot to show at the beginning of the video. Together with the folding roof, I also have hinges in 2 different colors. Despite the fact that it's a small set, the building experience is quite fun and I have to puzzle with different parts. The condition of the bricks is very good. I am pleasantly surprised, only some dust here and there. I may have to clean everything properly in the future. In this model there is no hook or gripping system provided, but a Lego Technic part in combination with a round 2x2 brick, which you then put on the goods. These are quite simple to put together, and are actually plates with round 2x2 bricks on them. It is good that yellow was chosen for this. It brings some color and brightness to the set and goes very well with the red and black. And now I can assemble the 3 parts into one whole. I do this best in combination with a base plate with tracks on it, so that it gives a good realistic image. And that way you can also see that the design is well put together. You can effectively attach the wagon with these 4 bricks to the base plate, so that it does not move anymore. The fences also have a good function. They have the smooth structure of a tile here, which makes it easy to lift the pallets out, but the edges keep them in place. So the design is well put together, and the third part, the crane, also seems good to me. It does what it's supposed to do. You can hoist the goods with it, the cabin can rotate around its axis, the arm can go up and down, and there is a plate provided to put the arm in a certain position. I found it interesting to discover it, and to see yet another way of how a crane can be put together. So to me it seems very realistic and will undoubtedly give children hours of fun. So I find the end result good, but for me it still lacks a finishing touch. I noticed that there is no cool print or sticker present, which would make the set even more special. During my research I found an earlier Crane Wagon, namely set 7814, and I do have the impression that this model of today is an improvement. But for me it's a pity that the mini ladders are not included in this set, and I would have liked to see a second minifig as well. In this set there is only one classic construction worker. But the result is nice, and it's certainly also positive that you can connect this as a working wagon to your existing train set and drive it over the tracks. Okay, and then as an extra, I am now also going to build the alternative model. I have the impression that the first steps are exactly the same, even though they are depicted in detail here. So it is actually just the filling of the base that is somewhat different. I am building a kind of cherry picker, I suppose, to be able to work on electric train lines or lampposts. A good idea and cool story to play. This building experience is also fun, and the design is a nice addition to the theme. I do notice that I don't need that many bricks. The yellow bricks in particular are missing in this design. The end result looks good, and the cherry picker system itself is well developed. And the fact that it can also rotate is cool. A kind of ladder or platform has been designed here so that the minifig can reach the platform of the cherry picker, but nothing has been provided from the ground to the base. So the mini ladder would have been a serious added value for both models. And they should have provided some tools so that the minifig can actually work on the lines or lamppost. But I certainly do not want to sound negative. I enjoyed discovering the set, and of course you can always be creative yourself and add things to it. It's a nice added value for your custom-made town, and it's also an added value for my collection. It will get a nice place with my other vintage train sets from that period. Feel free to comment below this video. And don't forget to like and subscribe, it's free. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.